So, it's a big honor for me. It's a great pleasure to sit here close to Berlin at, what's the name of the, where we are at the moment?
I think it's,
Wall?
might be Ergner.
Close to Ergner in the north.
Yeah.
And close to Berlin. And Stories born 1929 in
Salem, Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts. And to make a long story, it's funny to say story short. Say something to us people. Say something to us people.
What the world needs to understand is that all the problems that the world has basically are caused by human beings. The ones that are caused by human beings could all be solved by human beings, but they are not because nobody's listening to each other. And if we could just get everybody sitting down to listen to each other, we could solve all our problems. But we're fighting with each other instead of listening to each other.
Yeah.
So my work in the world, as I see it, is to try and get people together and sit down and listen to each other. And I teach them the art of supportive listening to people, not just for laughs, but because you want to support the person you're listening to and understand them.
Like when there are 1,000 people in a room and they don't listen to each other, they're not really together.
No.
This we have also with the rules of the Benedict. You know the Holy Benedict. It's Benedict.
Yeah.
Like, this rule starts with listen. It's very important. We listen.
Okay.
Yes, and
that's it. Yeah, that's right. That's everything.
And I guess it's not just listening with the ears. It's listening with the heart.
Yes, it's supportive listening. It's listening in order to support the person you're listening to, to try and understand them, to be a mirror to who he is, to himself, to give him a chance to clarify his views and his feelings, encourage him to make decisions, and so forth and so on. But support him. Not to argue with him, not to judge him, not to criticize him or anything, but just to listen to understand.
Yeah. You're one of the last native elderlies, so far I read.
Well, there's more coming along all the time, but
but
for my generation, there aren't so many left.
Yeah.
You know, most of my friends are dead.
I read something about that the elderlies from your tribe also said like now is the time to open up some wisdom for the world.
I think that's true in most tribes. There are people who feel that. Yes.
And would you say that some information, some wisdom you give now to the people, that this a long time before was a sacred wisdom? Or would you say it's always open?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
I've got, sacred. Everything is sacred.
Mm-hmm.
That's a point of view of the old people. Everything is sacred.
Because I have the feeling that the times of sacred is over. I have the feeling it's time for the humans to really to understand.
Well, what the elders would say to me about this is that everything is related. Everything is in relationship. Relationship is most important and sacred. Everything is sacred. And we need to treat everything like it was sacred. We need to treat each other like you were sacred.
I'm sorry, I'm talking about sacred, no, secret. Not sacred,
no,
that's completely different. I was talking about secret,
right.
Secret wisdom.
No, it's not secret. Some people have talked about there being secret knowledge here and there, and I have not found that to be true. Everywhere I went and investigated what is this secret knowledge, it's not true. People they wanted to have secret knowledge, but it's not so.
I have a Facebook group, and the name is 23 Degree No Secret Society. Because I have the feeling, we don't need secret societies anymore. And whoa, I'm sorry, I'm changed sacred and secret.
Glad you cleared that up. Yeah.
but in your, when how can I think? How can I? Or how did you live your childhood? Like in this.
I was from a split family. I hardly ever saw my father. He didn't care. My mother had thrown him out of the house. I grew up with my mother, but I spent the summers with my grandfather. And my grandfather knew a lot of the old stuff. It was part of his life and hobby to know all the places that our people used to gather, find the objects in the ground where they were and everything. So I grew up with all that as stories coming to me from my grandfather. I didn't hold them to any great importance until after I'd gone to college, come out into the world, and we had gone to war and stuff again, and I thought, gee, human beings aren't really figuring it out very well. There must be some better. And I went to an elder of my tribe, Evening Star. I asked her, can I find any of the old wisdom? She said, not here. It's gone from here. You got to go north, go to Canada, or go to the northwest or the southwest. You'll find the old people out there further away from civilization. They haven't been assimilated yet. And they still carry the old wisdom. And so I did that, and I spent some years doing that. Found that every place I went and asked about the elders there, they were very happy to see me. They always welcomed me, and they said, tell us what you want to know, And they would say afterwards, when they had told me their ways and their instructions, they say, you go out and tell anybody who wants to know. Don't tell them if they don't want to know. Don't go if you're not invited. But when they invite you and they want to know, then you tell them, share it. But don't be a missionary and try to convert them. Just give them the information.
This like we see it in movies, the traditional tribe living of American natives, for example.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to live that, or was that already?
Oh, I have a chance to.
Oh, is this gone at all?
No, it is gone, but there's a lot of remnants of it still. One thing in child raising was very important, because it was important to me when I started having children to find out about the traditional child raising, and that's still very much alive, and a lot of other things. It depends upon the particular people. I spent a lot of time with the Mohawks, and they have kept their longhouse traditions alive. They go into the longhouse every Saturday night and sing and dance, and the elders talk. So it depends upon different places. Somewhere it's more alive than others. That's all I can say. But I had my instructions to go out and carry these with me when I went, and find they were helpful. So they have been part of what my wife and I have been contributing for the past 32 years, bringing circles together, teaching them how to listen to each other. And it's grown. I'm trying now to get more people to take leadership, to teach this, and to bring more people together. Until we get all the people in the world listening to each other, we're all going to be in trouble.
So, for example, the president we have now at the moment, the American president, is not really listening.
He doesn't listen to anybody.
Yes, that's a big problem, I would say. But he can perhaps talk with him. But he won't listen.
No, I don't think there's any talking to Trump. But he's a strange phenomenon, but he'll be over in 4 years. He's got a 39% approval rating right now. He's not going to last very long. People are trying to figure out how to get rid of him now.
And the last question before we go back to the circle. What do you think about the future? Do the humans, do we get it? Do we get the curve?
That's a mystery. That's up in the air. It's still possible. We're not going in the right direction. Some people are. We have begun to figure out how to live in harmony with the earth and live sustainably. So a lot of people are doing that, but most people aren't.
Yeah. Because when I was like, around 85, 86, 1986 at school, and that was the first time was talking about the Amazonas and it getting more and more the trees cutting off, and now I see it getting more and more worse. And
okay, well, it seems to be time to go. I'm being called to the circle.
Yes,
so
we go on.
close it up.
Thank you, Story.
Thank you all.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
I want to say goodbye. It was very good to see you. It was glad to.
Now I'm going to be coming back in about an hour from Nottingham in England originally. Exactly. Or Robin Hood. I prefer Robin Hood. But thank you and I'll see you soon.